Alrighty then. Ground system completed, mate. Today we're gonna get into the start of the aerial system, and although quick aerials are tempting, I feel that the wall is important to cover first. And the reason for this is that a lot of the time it could be more efficient to go onto the wall first to hit the aerial. Not in all cases, but if you have the time and space and the ball is near the wall, going up the wall first allows a hit in field to teammates, whereas an aerial may not have the same amount of power or consistency in regards to accuracy, and furthermore it could save your boost. Again, this is not true in all cases. When you're playing the game, being on the wall whilst in ball cam can be really difficult. You can get disorientated as the wall acts slightly differently than the ground. For example, you cannot just sit on a wall as you will continually drop due to gravity. You must be driving in some manner, either forwards or backwards, to prevent this happening. Another thing to note is that whilst you start to begin driving up the wall, there is a spot you are unable to jump, and this is true when you drive up the wall, as you will need to wait for the horizontal momentum to become a vertical momentum. This also happens when driving around the corner piece on the wall, although in this case you are technically jumping, but you're just landing so fast it's actually impossible to execute a dodge. So the first thing I would recommend for learning to drive on the wall is snow day. Wait, what? What did I just say? Yes, snow day. And the reason for that is because the puck is glued to the side walls, and it makes it good practice to be able to get used to driving on the walls whilst in ball cam. Whereas if you just do it in free play, you'd have to keep getting the ball up on the sides and it'd be difficult to do. So that is my recommendation there. Okay, so let's have a look at the dodges from the wall. The first thing to note is dodges essentially freeze you in time. By this I mean that when you dodge, any vertical momentum stops. So if you're falling and you do any kind of dodge, you will move in that direction but maintain the same height and then only drop after the dodge. This is actually true whilst falling and rising. The first dodge to cover is side flips. If you jump off a wall and side flip, wherever you side flip is where it will push you. So if you're on the left wall and you side flip to the right, you will basically go in field into the right hand side. Real simple, no air roll required for that. The next dodge is the front flip, which works pretty much how you'd expect, and the same with the back flip, pushes you backwards. Once you get the basics of driving on the wall and understanding the different kinds of flip, we can look at how to react to certain boards, and this is very situational. So in the future there will be a quiz purely for this sort of stuff, but right now we're going to look at some of the basics. So I think the best way to explain that is to look at this training pack and have a talk about the different ways to approach the shot. Let's have a look. Alright, we're getting straight into it. There is the purple belt training pack. It is going to be in the description below, and also it is in the top corner. Now, with these kind of balls that stay on the wall, I'm not a big fan of jumping. Unless you're going to go for a double touch or some sort of air dribble, I much prefer to just touch it and go straight back down to the ground. And as you can see here, I'm going to do a front flip. Yes, it does the job of centering the ball up, but it also puts me in their corner, which means my recovery is slower. Whereas if I don't jump, I can touch it and come straight back down to the ground. The same as this one, I just drive and hit it. And if you want to center it, you want to do something a bit harder, just drive into it harder and with more of an upward angle. Now with these shots here, what I like to do is I like to I just use the same principles as I would from the ground if I was air rolling. I'll air roll my car, so I'm opposite where I want to hit it, and then I'm just going to front flip into it. Same here, I just air roll to where I need to be, and then I just front flip. It's real simple. You'll see that is the way I shoot these. And again, if I wanted to center it off the backboard, I'd do the same. I'd air roll, but I would just hit lower on the ball to give it more of a race. Now, some situations you'll have on a wall can be tricky because you can't just drive and hit them, and they're not really far enough out for you to air roll. And in those situations, I like to use a side flip, as you'll see here. Because a simple side flip is enough to put it towards the middle. And again, more boost and a stronger upward trajectory on the hit would center it up. Same with this one, it just comes off just enough, so you haven't got time to air roll, and you can't just touch it with your car. You're going to have to do a side flip. But here's another one. So usually what I'm thinking when I go up for a shot is I'm looking to see if it comes off the wall or not. If it comes off the wall, how much is it going to come off the wall? Am I going to be able to get an air roll, or would it just be better for me to side flip and try and aim for the corner of the nose of the car like this one right there? This shot's tricky. And with these, play around with it. Have a little bit of fun. Try centering the ball up. Imagine maybe going for a lateral pass as well. It's exactly the same as hitting the ball on the ground. You have to hit opposite to where you want the ball to go, and obviously figure out a little bit of the momentum. But it's all very much similar. It's just the big thing is knowing that your vertical momentum stops when you flip, and I always advocate flipping the last second possible on the wall just for that extra power. And there it is, guys, get 100% as we've been doing. And next week we'll go into fast aerials and when we should go for fast aerials versus when we go for wall shots. Hope this has helped, guys. Real short video today. Again, this is just literally a small one to go over, but I do hope it's helped. And as always, everybody, peace out. Peace.